Maxy, what a massive 2025, what a massive 12 months it's been for yourself. I mean, not 12 months ago you were making your first grade debut here at Lambert Park. Talk to us about what the journey's been like since then.
It's honestly been amazing. A lot of boys at this club supporting me. They've helped me get better, supporting me all the way through my hards and, and my highs. I think it's been, I'm one of the lucky ones in Australia. The young generations are getting exposed to more senior football, and I'm just one of the lucky kids that gets to experience that, and I'm very grateful. I'm very happy.
Talk to us about that pathway coming up through the APIA system and having the faith shown in you, not just by the youth department, but also Frankie last year and this year.
It's absolutely amazing. Look, I was 15 years old, and to be honest, I wouldn't have been at the level these boys are at, but with the belief of Davey and Frankie and all the boys in the change room, the older boys supporting me all the way through, I've gotten a lot better, trying to reach their standards, and honestly it's been amazing. If you want to develop, this is honestly the place to do it.
What have been your first thoughts of this first 12 months in semi-professional football and at a high level football? I mean, what sticks out to you? What are the key lessons that you've learned? What are the key takeaways so far? And this is just at club level before we talk about the other limits of the sport.
Look, the main thing that stands out about men's football, especially when you come from a youth environment, is just the tempo. It's a massive change. Look, boys are a lot more physical, games are a lot harder, but look, the environments when you get higher are a lot more supportive with all the older boys, especially if you're young. So in terms of the competition, I think it's great.
Having leaders like Sean Simmons and Adrian Uccino, Michael 𝗚𝗚𝗕, just to name a few off the top of the tongue, how has that been? What have they been like?
Oh, it's been absolutely excellent. Every time I make a mistake, they tell me what I need to improve on. They tell me, actually head up next one. The improvement is all due to them and the other boys especially as well. I think just in general, those older boys have pushed me to my limits, made me as good as I can be, so I'm very grateful for them.
If we go back to the start of 2025, right at the top of it was the Griffith trip, and really the first chance we had the drones up top and we're capturing you working your magic. How was that to start off? What has been such a massive year that has led to so much opportunity to go through a full pre-season, really work the body and the tests of that early part of 2025?
I think that Griffith trip was great. Look, I got to know all the boys. It's a great way to build a bond with some of these guys out here, and just to get the confidence. I scored a few goals. It was my first, obviously, so in terms of a starter, that's as good as I could have wished for.
Going into the 2025 season and scoring your first goal for first grade away at Rockdale Lyndon against Sydney, and then only a few weeks later the trip to Melbourne to represent New South Wales again in the National Youth Championships, the Emerging Socceroos tournament, and to pick up a medal, score a penalty in the final. That middle block of the year, the opportunities that brought, what do you take away from that?
I think, honestly, once again, I'm so lucky for my opportunities that I get, and what I take away from it is that you can't take these opportunities for granted. Not many people get to experience it. Look, I was one of 16 kids that get to experience winning the national championships with the New South Wales side. Great bunch of boys. So, look, the most I take away from that is just that you can't take it for granted. You got to really pounce on those opportunities, show people that you're up to that level.
You're now, hopefully by the time that this comes out, you're on a plane overseas representing the green and gold, not just the sky blue of New South Wales. How excited are you for that opportunity to don the green and gold?
So excited. Look, like I said before, not many people get the opportunity that I'm getting, so I won't take that for granted. I'll put my most in, try and win the games. We've got tough games against Japan and Wales, so I'll do my best.
For those that haven't seen Max Court yet, what do you sort of tell them about your style, what you bring to the team, and what we can see more of you in the rest of this year and beyond?
Keep an eye out. I'm only getting better, so I'm bringing creativity to Australia.